Can Tabi hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi. I don't know
Hi,
if you're okay if I
Tabi.
don't. Hi, how are you? I don't know if you're okay if I don't put on the camera.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, thank you so much. And okay, I just joined. I'm sorry I'm late. And
No problem.
I'm glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to learning more about funnels. I started learning about funnels a week ago. So I'm looking forward to learning, and thank you for hosting us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I can see Anastasia Masharia. Please just unmute and introduce yourself and where you're joining us from.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can hear me? Okay, I'm Anastasia
Yes.
Mashiba.
Yes, Anastasia.
I'm a baker based in Ruai. I'm glad to be in this platform to learn more and to be together. At least we learn. I know I learned some things here and there in this community. I'm glad to be
All
in the
right.
meeting.
Thank you so much, Anastasia. One last person, then we can be able to. I want us today, before the session starts, I want us to jog our minds a bit. So one last person, then Faith, please, can you send the link for the Slido in the meantime?
Hello, my name is Rufa.
Yes, Rika.
I'm joining you from the Goreti corner. And my expectation is I'm employed and I really want to start a business. I've never done business before and I want insight on where do I start? How do I go about it? Yeah.
All right. Faith, can you be able to hear me? Faith. Please confirm if you can hear me.
Hi, Lulu.
Okay. Please post the link so that we can just jog our minds.
Yeah, sorry about that. I really have issues out of nowhere now. My laptop is just jamming up. But let me just open up and share my screen. Probably I can forward it to Newton. He can assist us, please.
All right. So in the meantime, before Newton posts the link, so I just want us to jog our mind this evening, and I'm sure everybody has been to high school, has been to primary, and so tonight I just want us to ask one question. So are we ready? I want to see like if you're ready, just type in the comment section before they sort things out back end. So first question that I want us to ask us tonight is, what is the primary role of a DNA in cells? Sisi wote tulienda high school biology kidogo kidogo, so let me see the biology people. So what is the primary role of a DNA in cells? Is it to provide structural support? Is it to store and transmit genetic information? Is it to digest nutrients? Is it to regulate cell temperature? I repeat again, what's the primary role of a DNA in cells? Let me see my A student. Yes, I can see Tabi saying ready. So let me just share my screen so that everybody can see, right? All right, I can see someone saying, most people saying it. So is it to provide structural support? Is it to store and transmit genetics? Is it to digest nutrients? Is it to regulate cell temperature? Regalary, biology to you, mind there. So I can see Tabby saying B, Leah B, Theo B, and Annie B. Wow. So the right answer is to store and transmit genetic information. So let me go to the next question. Okay. The next question is, what process do plants use to convert sunlight into food? What process do plants use to convert sunlight into food? Hiyo sitapeana multiple choice. Let me see. My A students, you might win a gift at the end of this. Tabi. Photosynthesis. I can see photosynthesis. And any mwingine, these ones might be wrong. So please shoot your answer. Maybe Tabi the same might be wrong. Asiwasiwe. Maybe Leah might be wrong. Jaribu. So who's next after Leah? All right. So the right answer is actually photosynthesis. So who can define what an atom is? Na tusiende ChatGPT. What is the definition of an atom? Nimewambia leo tunajoga akili. Just type in the comment section, and one of you might win something. This question that I have asked. What is the definition of an atom? Yes, I said atom. See the chat GPT. I'm watching everyone who's Googling right now. Mbona answers hazikuji haraka venye zilikuwa zinakuja? Who is Googling here? Combination of elements. How should we believe you? Umefikiria smallest cell, the smallest cell of a chemical element that can exist. Chemistry kidogo. Hey, sawa sawa. So who else? The smallest part in a chemical element. I can see people who attend team using chemistry class. All right. So the one who answered this, look out, you might get something at the end of this. So thank you everybody who has participated in this small game tonight. And I just want us to welcome our guest for tonight, who will be our trip trainer. Her name is Eunice. Nipeni Makofi online. We have that emoji here, reaction. So let's welcome her. Let's welcome Eunice. Karibu sana Uni.
All right. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. How are you today? I realized that not everyone introduced themselves. And as a trainer, I like to know, everyone who is in the room. And I believe you also want to know who is in the room and see who can you do business with. I believe you want that, isn't it? So please type in the chat your name, the business that you do, and where you're joining us from, and what you would expect this evening, what you're expecting this evening. Let's type in the chat. Also, those who can speak, you can raise your hand and speak, or just, open your microphone and introduce yourself. It helps when people see you when you're introducing yourself, so that they know who are they going to do business with. All right, let's go. Before we start, it's very important that we know each other. Are people introducing themselves? Faith, Lulu? So I can see we have Dennis Muya, property advisor with Fusion Estates. Oh, joining from Roysabu. Thank you so much, Dennis. Please note who the businesses that are in the room so that you can be able to network. Charlie from Nairobi, generating, your expectation is generating strong leads, building solid converse. Okay. Theo, okay, yeah, I see. Maria Odanga, branding, graphics, design, and printing. Joining from Lower Kabete. So if you're looking for printing, for designing, there you have Maria. We have Christine Wendwa, marketing and communications consultant. Oh, nice. I see Lewis. Oh, they are coming very fast. Anyone who would like to speak, please, and you will only speak if you're willing to put on your camera, because visibility is key. If you want people to know you, like you, and trust you, always when you join such meetings, put on your camera, let people see you, and introduce yourself. That's how to move physical, networking to online. But the challenge is that majority of you hide yourself behind the camera, so you don't get to network. Rachel Modoni.
Eunice, I can see we have Anastasia Mashira.
Okay.
She's a baker joining us from Ruai. And we have Tabi Wamboy, an admin virtual assistant. Wow, Tabi, that's my friend. Welcome so much, Tabi. We believe you're going to gain from this session. David Kariuki from Security Systems. He says he's our electronic security solutions partner. Welcome so much, David. I can see we have Nicholas Adino, Waste Management and Cleaning Services. On board also is Francis Mungai. He says he helps businesses understand tax. He's also given out his contacts there. We have Rispa working as a nurse and would like a second hustle in form of a business. You're in the right place, Rispa. Lillian Gitari from Kitengela. She runs boutiques selling both ladies and gents clothing from Turkey and USA. Wow. So glad to have you on board.
Anyone else? So this is your moment. So if you want nice clothes, Lillian Gitari is there from Kitengela. I see Tabi Wamboye. Tabi, would you like to speak? Yes, that is now proper networking. Do you want to tell us what business you're in and what you're expecting?
Hello, once again. My name is Tabi Wamboy. I'm an admin virtual assistant. And I'm expecting and I'm looking forward to learning more about creating funnels and more about sales. how to convert leads into actually sales. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you, Tabby, for putting on your camera. Are there other people, Faith?
Yes, please. I can see we have Leah. She's into farming and she's joining us from Nairobi. She would want to start an online business. John Mugo is also joining us. Sells land in Ruiru Kamakis, Juja Farm, Kangundo Road, and Syokimau, Katani. So he's also displayed his contacts right there. We have Njoroge. Njoroge is an M-Pesa agent joining us from Kibwezi. Newton Murigi is also here, a water solution expert working at Savannah Geoplumbers Limited. He says he sorts out your plumbing works, irrigation systems installation and maintenance, water pumps, water purification systems, and equipments. Newton has also given us his contacts right there. Keep them coming, guys. We just want to know you.
All right. It looks like people have introduced themselves. And let's go to today's session. And I'll share my screen. Let me know if you can see it. If you see it. Can you see my screen? Oh, great. Yeah, so the topic for today is creating sales funnels that convert. How do you create sales funnels that convert? And that's what our conversation is about tonight. And I'll try to be very brief so that by 8, we are done. So our objectives tonight is to get to network with each other, which is what you're still doing. That is introducing one another, getting to know who is in the room, the business they do, and see, is there a way you guys can collaborate? If you need security systems, you know there's someone here, and that's what it is all about. And then the other thing is we are going to understand the sales funnel, what is it? And then we'll also see, how do you create a funnel that converts? And finally, how does 20X Entrepreneur support you? So that's objective for today. And we've been getting to know each other, so don't think it was off the plan. Yes, the plan is actually the more you can network here, the better. We want people to get to know who is in the room so that you can start collaborating and connecting. So keep typing in the chat your name, your business that you do, where you're joining us from, and what you're expecting tonight. So I'll start by introducing 20X Entrepreneur. It's a sales accelerator company. What does sales acceleration mean? It means that we have a dream. It's called 20X. The dream is 20X, that we could help you business owners grow your sales or grow your revenue 20 times in 3 to 5 years. That's why it's called 20X Entrepreneur. So 20X Entrepreneur is not a name, it is a dream. It is an aspiration that we have for you. And how do we do this? We help you connect with great salespeople. So if you're here and you're looking for a sales job, we can help you connect with organizations that are looking for you. And if you're here and you're looking for great salespeople, we will connect you with salespeople who can work with you. And number 2, we train and coach. And why do we do this? Because we understand that growing 20 times is not a simple fix. It takes time, it takes work. It's a science. And that means that you need to do certain things in a certain way to get certain results. So once we match make them, we train and coach your teams. So if you have a big team, we can train and coach them. We also have a sales agency and management, whereby we can actually become your sales manager. So where you hire us to manage your sales, manage the whole process and the productivity. And finally, we also can help you craft sales strategies that are easy, that are simple and executable. So that's 20X accelerator for you. You can keep typing if you have any questions. Just keep typing them, and Faith will read them for you. Meet your trainer tonight. I'm your trainer, the author of 2 books, Sell Me This Pen, which is your sales Bible. If you've not read that book, you need to get a copy. And the other book is called Entrepreneurship Hits and Misses. This is a journey of entrepreneurship. Many of you have experienced it, and this is my journey. It's actually a diary. It's my diary on the journey of entrepreneurship. And I know it's similar to your journey, and just to encourage one another on this journey of entrepreneurship. All right? So I'm going to be your trainer tonight. So let's look at understanding the current market. I want us to be very honest. How is business doing? You can type in the chat, or you can just lift your hand and then you speak. I am not the one to tell you how it is. You know what is happening currently. We have a Gen Z movement, which I am a member. Not by age, but by a self-appointment. So you know that there are protests all over, about the finance bill and all that. How has that affected your business? Let me stop sharing so that we have that kind of conversation. How is that going? Jacqueline, you're laughing. Yes. I'm not a member by age. It's by self-appointment. Let me hear. You can type in the chat. Aha. Faith, what can you see in the chat? Okay, she's not here. I see Jacqueline Abongo from Migori County, and environmentalist, activist, champion. We're also farming commercial business. We do value addition, in peanut butter. Okay, variety of vegetables, organic, regenerative agriculture. Oh yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay. There's someone here saying security system, saying a lot of inquiries that are not translating. I can hear Leah saying, I am into farming. Okay, I'm into farming, joining from Nairobi. Okay, I want to start selling. All right. So security firm says a lot of inquiries that are not translated.
And we could imagine why. People are scared of the security situation in Kenya. I wonder why they're not translating, because I think in your business it should be like booming because of the state of the nation. When there is protest, there's also risk of insecurity. Okay, go on.
Anastasia is saying on my side about baking cakes, there were cake orders that were cancelled during this protest. In short, it's slow in one way or another. Jacqueline says, I have not been affected with this protest because my business farm wasn't vandalized, looted like my counterparts who are in town. So the guy says, I'm glad in the air, people are holding purchases of that.
Tuendelee, please keep typing. Anyone who would like to speak?
And says competition. Competition, low demand plus price for some agricultural produce.
Okay, that's a peanut.
Yeah, Leah, then Leah, what are you selling? Maybe you can brief her. Yes, she's a farm.
Oh, she's a farmer. All right. Okay.
Yeah, Rachel says anxiety, slowdown, and clients asking to wait until this thing settles down.
All right. So the question is, with this time of anxiety, with clients waiting to settle things down, what should you be doing as a business owner or as a salesperson? What should we be doing? I want to hear, what should we be doing at such a time? When things are slow because of the politics, what should you do? And that's a whole conversation today. How do you create a funnel, especially now, so that by the time, because seasons come and go, by the time the season goes, you have ready clients and ready to convert. What should we be doing? Let me see in the chat.
Maybe you can repeat the question.
So yes, it's a difficult time. It's a difficult season. And I've seen some people say there's anxiety and, anxiety in the air. What should you be doing as a business person at such a time? What should be our posture?
Okay. Mumbai says setting plans in place, getting ready for the tide to turn. Not rather telling us what to do.
All right. Okay. Okay. So the thing is, okay. Oh, Jacqueline here says business people should embrace insurance policy in their businesses for compensation. All right. Okay. That's someone just right there. Yes. Look for Jackie there. Yeah. Only that, Jackie, you need to tell us whether protests are covered in the in that insurance. Okay. Security systems, looking for bread and butter referral that can keep you going. Yes, these are some of the things that you can be doing. And I will add a few on top of what you just said. This is a moment to be very flexible. And guys, have you seen that you can organize a whole madamano on space and execute kwa ground? Mliona wapi, How many of you were amazed at how that was meticulously executed? And all this is from almost a 24-hour meeting. Guys, let's have this conversation. Did that, give you an aha moment, or did it scare you? What exactly did it make you feel? Mkininyamazia na mimi nitanyamaza.
Naona leo security firm wako very very locked in. Anasema the power of social media in marketing also.
The power of social media, all right? What else? Did it scare you? Did it give you an inspiration? What exactly has this done for you? Aha. I see Miriam here saying what you should be doing is nurturing, educating leads on your products and services. We also have Galaxy A71. Which one? Who is that one? We need to see beyond current situation. We need to look where gaps are and address them for people to keep in business. Newton, seems there is power of social media in communication. Gen Z are mostly on TikTok and SpaceX. Awesome. So in addition to these ideas, yes, the power of having same ideas and how to execute. Okay, so let me just give you some additional ideas on what you can be doing. and that's the purpose for our conversation tonight. When such a time is happening, you need to look at what is happening. For example, what is happening in the politics. Yes, it's affecting businesses, it's creating anxiety. However, there's so much you can do to prepare yourself or to keep selling despite. And one of the things is to be very flexible. And flexibility helps you to ask, we have been doing business in this way. Is it working now? If it is not working, then can we change so that we adopt a new way? Okay, so flexibility is key. And number two, you should be learning. You should be learning more and more. And thank you for joining today, because today is a day of learning. And we are going to learn on the sales panel. So this is just an additional idea on what you can be doing. When you talk about a sales funnel, it's basically a map of the customer journey from the time they get to hear about you up to the time they pay you money, when they exchange money. That journey is what we call a sales funnel. And it begins with the awareness stage, which we also call, how do people get to know you? Okay, you need people, remember, people only buy from people they know, like, and trust. So the beginning is, how do people get to know you? Let me tell you what happened. And you can try it. But when all these protests came, I've been very active in that political space. And one of the evenings, I was having a burning point, and I decided to become a speaker in one of the spaces. And I had not been very active on X for a while. I joined a long time ago, but I've not been active. So it has not been growing. But my X grew from 400 followers to 1,400 followers in a day. And so basically it means that I've made 1,000 extra people aware that I exist. Now, the next question you should be asking is, are those your customers? Now, those may not be my customers, but if for the political purposes, that is good. For business, I'm yet to try to test and see whether these are really my customers. What am I saying? The point is, at least I have been known last week by an extra 1,000 people. Okay? And so awareness is whereby people get to know you. Now remember, when people get to know you, they haven't trusted you yet. They may not even have liked you. They just know that you exist, so they follow. Now, when they follow, what do you do after that? What you do after that is what makes them generate interest. Basically, they get to like you, and they get to like your product. And then when they trust you, they're able to make a decision that say, yes, I want to buy, and I want to buy from this person. Okay? And once they trust you, the next thing is action. That is why we call this a funnel. It is a science that people cannot come from nowhere and, give you money. They need to know you, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. And then they will give you their money, not give you, in exchange for your solution or your product. Now, there are many ways of making people get aware of you. If you're a business, this is the best moment. Of course, you believe and values matters. So do not join something you don't believe in, because it will be found out. So only do the things that you believe in to make people aware that you exist. Why? Because people buy from people. So they first need to know you first. And then after that, they get to know what you do. And once they know you, and then they get to know what you do, then they generate interest, and then they will make a decision over time. So my 1,000 followers, I do not know whether, or rather what I'm doing now is I'm still at the awareness level. So I'm keeping on, engaging them on X. And with time, I'm going to now release what I do. And then I would expect them to generate interest. Then they make a decision, then take action. What am I saying? That social media is powerful, but it takes time. It takes time. However, you can shorten the period by saying you can do paid ads. Now, most of you how many of you have tried paid ads recently? And what was your experience? Let me hear from you. Let me hear. How many of you have done paid ads recently? And what was the outcome? Please type in the chat, or you just lift your hand. Hello? How many of you have used paid ads online? Okay. How many of you know what that is? So that I'm not speaking Greek here. So please let me know. Have you tried social media selling recently? Which one? Okay, not yet. Anyone? Okay, type in the chat. Have you tried social media recently? Yes, Shali Ikonyo, please go ahead. Unmute.
Yeah, I'm saying I have. I've utilized it. And we're utilizing it to create awareness for our events, for our client services.
Have you done any paid ads recently? Like
Oh,
on
sorry.
Facebook or yes?
Sorry, have you had anything I've said? Or was I on mute?
Have you done paid advertisement on Facebook or
Yes.
Instagram or
Yes, I
what
have.
was the outcome?
So we're able to get followers when we were pushing profile visits. And then we also got a few conversions when we were directing people to the websites to purchase the products and services that we were pushing for both ourselves and our clients.
Okay. Have you done like about before 2020? Had you done paid ads?
No, I hadn't.
Okay. Now, what I'm driving at is before COVID, paying advertisements were really, the conversion ratios were very high. Then as time has been going, of course, they need to make more money. So the algorithm require you to pay so much money so that you get a few conversions. So the landscape has really changed. Security system says Google Ads have been one of sales streams nowadays. Yes, but you'll notice that the amount you spend and the amount we used to spend then is very high actually compared to that time. So yes, paid ads really work, but you need to put in quite an amount of money. So if you really want to get conversion out spending a lot of money, then it is a slower process, but it works over time because it's an organic process. This is where you invest in building your brand, continuously educating your customers so that they can be able to know you, like you, and trust you. So to quicken that process, you can do paid ads. And the thing with the paid ads is that when you stop paying, then the leads stop. The beauty with organic is it doesn't matter. So long as you're building on that profile, customers will keep coming. So you need to evaluate it and see the best way. So is your funnel converting? Let me hear. Is your funnel converting? Or rather, I believe you all have a funnel. As I'm explaining it, but is it converting? how is it converting? Is the conversion high? Do you know what conversion you're getting from your leads? Let me just tell you what conversion is. Conversion is equals to the number of customers you get divided by the number of leads or prospects that you had gotten. Then you can multiply that by 100. So how many of you are able to get, or rather have been getting 20% conversion ratio in this group? Anyone? If you know your conversion, you can type it. Let me ask the question properly. Do you know your conversion ratio? Please type in the chat. Basically, have you been measuring your conversion? Lulu, is there anyone who has typed?
Not yet.
Have you been measuring your conversion?
Security system says it seems we haven't.
Sorry?
Our security system says seems we haven't. Seems we haven't.
Or you have not? Okay. Anyone else? Because
My conversion. Sorry. John Mugo says my conversion from leads to sales is 7%. Then
Lulu, you're breaking. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's clear. Yeah.
Okay. So Jackie, John Mugo says my conversion from leads to sales is 7%.
Okay, let me read it for myself, Lulu, because I can't hear you. Oh, Elizabeth, I've not been keen on it. Remember, what is not measured is not done. John Mogo, conversion from leads to sales is 7%. What do you sell, John? And you have two conversion ratios. From site visit to sales is 11%. Oh, you sell land, good. Okay. Now, if you don't measure, then you can't say you're in sales. It is very important to measure so that you know, are we improving or are we doing well? Because they say if you don't know your destination, any place you have arrived. So this is a very important metric for you to measure. Measure this so that you know what is the challenge. Yes, we have used Google Ads. This is the conversion ratio on Google Ads. We've used Facebook. This is the conversion on Facebook. We've used, networking, physical networking. What is the conversion ratio? So that then you know which channel should we focus on. And it will also tell you at what period, like now when there is protest, where do you focus your efforts on? All right? Let's look at how do you structure your high converting funnel. Number one, you need to target the right customers. Targeting is key. If you find that your conversion ratio is low, and you need to compare it to the industry conversion. So for example, for real estate, I think 11% is quite high. From contact to customers for real estate. So you need to be looking at that. Although there are some real estate companies that do even 20%, but on average, 11% is, we can say that's an average. So who do you target? If the conversion ratio is low, it is most likely you've been targeting the wrong customer. Or if you've been targeting the right customer, then you've not been tailoring your content for the right stage. For example, if it is at the awareness stage of the funnel, remember this funnel? Yeah, if you're at the awareness phase, the content you create here is content that will make people just get to know you and your business. And the kind of content you create there must be more educative so that you can interest people, you can attract people to that. As you generate interest, now you can go to details of what does this product do, okay? So different content for different stages of the funnel. At the decision-making level, now you can go into details, why they need to choose this one and not this one. But the challenge is, when you embark on creating content, you just throw it out there, you know? You just create content for whatever stage. And email marketing becomes very critical, especially for tailoring content. Okay. Then the other thing is, once you have created content and leads, you've generated leads, you need to have a consistent and personalized communication. And this is where emails also come in. So leads people have given you their contacts. Again, you don't want to keep bombarding them and telling them, buy, you know, this is a product and all. You want to create educative content that will make them make a decision, and depending on what point they are. Okay. And then always, all the time, address the customer pain point at every stage. So like if it's at the awareness phase, like now I'm on X, I'm at awareness phase. You know what I'm doing? It is looking at, you know, I'm very political at the moment because I'm at the awareness phase. I just want them to know that I exist. Now, when I go to the next stage, which is the interest stage, is when I start creating content about, you know, 20X entrepreneur. What do we do? How do we help people? And then when I go to the next stage, you know, when they become leads, I want them to move them to their decision making and then to converting to a sales, to money. And now to convert, to have a clear conversion, always offer a clear call to action. Many times we miss the sale because we don't have a clear call to action. And if it is like now, this webinar we are doing, we're still on the second phase. You're already aware we exist. So we are the interest phase. What is our call to action? You're going to see, okay? So basically, have a very clear call to action. When you joined, we had a clear call to action that you need to join the webinar. Why? Because we want to move you from awareness to interest phase. Are you getting it? Please type in the chat if you are. If you're not getting, raise your hand. Remember, when we talk about creating content, remember that you are out at that moment. Awareness and interest phase, it's about giving. You're giving information, you're giving data, you're giving education. Give and shall come back to you. Full measure, shaken together and running over. You have to invest. And this is for those of you who want to go there. It's a slow but sure process. So it is cheaper in terms of money, but you need to invest time and energy in it. So how can 20X entrepreneur help? And I want to invite you to join a 5-day sales challenge, which is going to be starting on Thursday this week. Thursday is what date? Today is 16th. It's 18th, right? Yeah, 18th of July. Lulu, is it at 7 p.m. or 6 p.m.? Okay, I think she's not here. We'll communicate whether it's 6 or 7 p.m. But why a 5-day sales challenge? This cost goes for, it's only 5,000 shillings. It is valued at 15,000 shillings per person, but you're offering it at 5K. What you gain is clarity on who you should sell to. Remember the targeting, who should you target to? Have a bull's eye focus on your numbers. You'll be able to even understand your conversion from the awareness to the interest, to the decision, to the conversion phase, and set clear daily and achievable goals. And also, where do you find these customers? How do you reach them so that you can finish the year strong? Because now we are on the second part of the year. Now, I have an offer for you tonight. If you pay by tomorrow midnight, we'll give it to you at 4,500. Please type your number, your phone number on the chat, or DM Lulu or Faith so that they can reach out to you with the offer. That is by tomorrow midnight. You pay by tomorrow midnight, it's 4,500. After that, it will be 5,000 shillings. So the course starts on 18th of July at 7 p.m. Any questions? Maswali? Okay. It says I'm getting, all right. Any questions or comments? Let me hear your questions or comments. I promised I want you to be out of here by 8 p.m. because I know you need to catch up for dinner and also catch up with your family. Tabby is asking, what CRM do you use for your customer journey? We have Salesforce. Somebody gifted us Salesforce. That's the one we are using, but there are many other CRMs out there that are affordable. Salesforce is a bit on the higher side. Galaxy A71, kindly remind us books you talked about. Or the Sell Me This Pen, you can find it on Nuria, or you could call Faith and she would organize for you to get the copy. Let me put them there. There you go. Any other question?
Eunice, Becky is asking, how long should each stage in the funnel take to be effective?
Sorry, how long?
How long should each stage in the funnel take to be effective?
It really depends on your product. Because if you have a product that takes, a lot, it takes time for the decision-making process. Say, for example, you're selling what? A very technical product like somebody here is doing irrigation systems, right, Newton? So if you're doing a product like irrigation systems, it means that there's the awareness phase. By the time people get to know you, and then there's the interest, and then you interest them, then that process from interest to decision-making may take a longer period. The other thing that could determine is, who are you selling to? Is it a B2B? Basically, is it a business to business, or is it a business to customer? If it's business to business, again, it can take longer because of the decision-making process. So it really depends with the product and the customer target that you are in. I hope I've answered you.
Becky, I hope you're good. And I can also see Newton is requesting if you could kindly clarify on the course that you mentioned.
The 5-day sales challenge. Yes, this is a 5 days of focus on your sales. And this is suitable for your salespeople. It's also suitable for you. And basically, we take you through a journey of understanding your funnel, your sales process, and the numbers and what to measure, the metrics to measure, such that you have daily goals that are measurable and achievable on a daily basis. Yeah. So in the 5 days, you're going to be able to have very clear daily and achievable goals. Yeah. I hope I'm clear on that. Any other question?
I'll go first.
Oh yes, by the way, this is a beginner's course. This is it's mostly beginners, but also people who have been in sales but have forgotten. Okay, so this is actually for dummies. Why did you call yourself a dummy? No, you're not. But yes, it is for you. Yeah. Please check the contacts for 20X. They are 0708 756 221. That's Faith's number. Please get in touch with her on WhatsApp. Is there any other question? Please keep the comments.
Yes, somebody, admin is asking, I normally boost my ads through Instagram, that is Meta. I have never done Oh, okay. I have never done on Google Ads. Kindly, how do I go about it using Google
Oh,
Ads?
that's a whole 2 hours course, my friend. Can't be able to explain in few minutes. Yes, the whole 2 hours course. We offer that in the 12-week sales accelerator. We have another course after you do the 5 days. We have another course called the 12-week sales accelerator, and that's when we go into depth of Google Ads. We go into depth of the Facebook ads and webinar selling. We go into details on that. So first things first, start with the 5-day sales challenge, and then you will get there. Any other question?
No other question.
All right, Faith, please share your contact. You can check us on YouTube at 20X Entrepreneur. That's our YouTube channel. We have a TikTok channel, also 20X Entrepreneur. Please go and follow. We put a lot of content there, a lot of free content for you to consume. And of course, on Facebook, on Instagram, we are 20X Entrepreneur. Please follow us and do what? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Faith, you can share that. And now it's at top of the hour, 8 p.m. as I promised. And that brings us to the end of this session, unless there are other comments. Have a good night. Let's see you on Thursday. See you on Thursday. Please make sure you see Faith. Thank you, Security Systems. Asante sana.